Here's a big news announcement that I think dropped this morning. Square Enix announces new plan to aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy. They want to be on every platform they can. This isn't a big shocker considering what's been going on with their flagship title, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 16 may or may not have made money. Great game, but it was exclusively locked onto PlayStation 5. I don't know why. I don't know if Sony invested money into this or not. I don't think that was ever officially said, but it didn't do that well. Now, they've walked this back as of this year, trying to say that it did, in fact, meet sales expectations. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that they've put it on sale a couple of times, and it spiked over on PlayStation when it did. But I don't think you could argue that it wouldn't make more money if it was on other platforms. It would make more money if it was on other platforms, for sure. So I think you're going to see it on other platforms now, probably on PC sooner rather than later. I don't know about Xbox, and I don't know if you could fit this on Switch. You'd have to give it to somebody that could actually pull that off, or maybe Square's going to try. I don't know. The real big one, though, that I think kicked this off is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which has not made its money back. And I'm not saying the game is bad. Game is quite good, but it's only on PlayStation. And the amount of money it takes to make these kinds of games, that's not good enough anymore. This isn't 10 years ago. It's a different landscape now. And these games cost a hell of a lot of money. So Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, failure sales-wise, makes me wonder if they're even going to complete this. If they do, you're going to see it on every system. I don't even know if that's possible, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because Sony, I think, has some kind of rights to the Final Fantasy VII brand. Final Fantasy VII, the original one, if you remember, was only on PlayStation. And then eventually it did come to PC, but for some reason, anytime they do a Final Fantasy VII themed game, even outside of these remake reboots that they've been doing, they had the Vincent shooter. Remember the Vincent shooter? That didn't go to any other systems. So I don't know. I don't know if they can put this on an Xbox or a Switch, but they apparently want to. So here are the details on this. Square Enix has announced a new business plan that will see the company shift away from console exclusives like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy 16. The new strategy will see the company aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that will see its games released across all modern platforms, including PC, Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation. The Nintendo inclusion there is curious because Switch is notably underpowered compared to everything. I'm not saying they can't get it on there because they can. I mean, I've seen Hogwarts Legacy get ported over to that platform, Witcher 3, and they don't look as good naturally as, the bigger consoles and PC, but they run, and they run surprisingly well. I've seen Hogwarts Legacy run on it. And, I mean, it's functional. You just have to understand you're not getting the creme de la creme version. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to look as good. It's going to look how it looks. But if you want to play them on the go, I mean, they work. I was really impressed with The Witcher 3 when I ran that for a minute. I was really impressed by it. It just doesn't look that good, but, I mean, it's impressive that it's on the Switch. Switch is on its way out, though. So the Switch Tube, or whatever the hell Nintendo is going to call that, which is obviously coming, I'd say within this or next year, maybe that's the platform, because it'll for sure have a power boost. But here's what's going on. So here's a bit from their new plan. Diversify earnings opportunities and strengthening customer contact points. Shift to a multi-platform strategy For HD titles, the group will aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that includes Nintendo platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, PCs, especially in regards to major franchises and AAA titles, including catalog titles. It will build an environment where more customers can enjoy our titles. In addition, it will also devise a platform strategy for SD titles that includes not only iOS and Android, but also the possibility of PC launches. Furthermore, the group will strive to maximize the acquisition of new users when launching a title, and that of recurring users that after starting management of game operation. So that's what's going on there. And, kind of a middle finger to Sony in a way, because Sony, for some reason, had them in their pocket, almost like a first-party studio, which I've never understood. Never understood why they were so loyal to Sony, because it's like all of this shit should be on other platforms at this point. They did that with, wasn't it Final Fantasy 15 on every platform? And then Final Fantasy 16 comes out and is like, only on PlayStation. It's like, why? Why isn't this on PC especially? It makes no sense that Final Fantasy 16 is not on PC. And I think you're going to see it on PC probably this year now. I wouldn't be surprised if sometime next month they announce Final Fantasy 16 for PC. It's just money on the table that they're leaving there. That game being exclusive was stupid. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Remake being exclusive is stupid as well. That should be on every platform. And I don't know why it is. I don't know if Sony has the rights to that or not. That could be why. So, this is a W for gamers. Big W for gamers. Big W for Square as well. Kind of a big, like I said, middle finger to Sony. If you're gonna put your shit on my platform exclusively, shouldn't I advertise for you? Like, I don't remember seeing a lot of marketing for Rebirth. Rebirth. So maybe you'll see it on Xbox and Switch. I don't know. I don't know how that game will work on Switch, but maybe they can pull it off. Either way, big win for gamers. Now you can play where you want to play, which is always good, and it makes more money. So we'll see what the future holds, but bad day for Sony, good day for Square, big win for gamers. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. What are your thoughts? Do you think they did this because of all those L's they took recently with those big games, sales-wise? I'm not saying they aren't good. For some reason, people confuse, like, games and movies not doing good with how they, like, performance or how good they are. Like, I heard, what was it, that stunt movie Fall Guy was good, but guess what? It didn't do good at the box office. That doesn't mean the movie is garbage, even though usually things that are garbage fail, but sometimes good things fail too for, unfortunate reasons like sales, and they're only on one outlet, so maybe they'll make money now. We'll see. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.